being born an outsider, a misfit, is a privilege. It is a privilege to be given a perspective that is wider than the majority. And this life of an outsider also comes with a responsibility. As outsiders, as misfits, as difficult as being that, as made our lives, we have the responsibility to continue questioning, because our positions, our innovative thinking is what has the potential of changing the trajectory that humanity is on at the moment. Hello, beautiful. How are you doing today? So this is an absolute impromptu, unplanned video that I'm recording. I had ideas about finding our purpose in this world, about God doesn't care, about our circumstances. That had a twist, of course. I had all these ideas of what I wanted to share today, but something came up and I want to share about that. I just watched an interview with Graham Hancock, the scientist who questions the history of civilization. He had a series on Netflix, but he just had an interview on Diary of a CEO. And I'm not going to go into at all the civilization thing, but in his interview, at some point, he talked about being an outsider himself from the time he was young. And I went back to try to look, what did he say about outsiders? Because as a highly sensitive person or an empath, or the kind of awareness that brings you to these videos, like, we feel like outsiders. This is like big time identity, misfit, outsider. And I couldn't find it. But that word resonated with me profoundly. And I put it in this context that he may have said that, he may have not. Like I said, I couldn't find it again. But what I want to bring up is that being born an outsider, a misfit, is a privilege. I think that part he said. It is a privilege to be able to be given a perspective that is wider than the majority. And this status, this life of an outsider, also comes with a responsibility. And that is the part that I really love. And why is it a responsibility? Outsiders see things and question things, right? It's like, oh, why? Are we sure of this? I don't know. You say this is a truth. You say to trust this. I don't know. It doesn't, I'm incapable of getting there with you. And the thing is that the people inside, the insiders, they will hear these things and they will follow, believe, go along in the direction that things, evolution, thinking, whatever, is going on the inside. As the outsider, we have the responsibility to keep questioning everything, because those insiders don't have the capacity to change the trajectory of civilization, of humanity, where it is going now. They do not have the power because they are within. They are inside the system. And as outsiders, as misfits, as difficult as being that, as made our lives, as challenging, as profoundly disruptive, as difficult because we can't make a living like other people do. We can't do small talk like other people do. We can't just, broach over thing and say, oh, well, okay, this is like, we have a profound way of processing the world and feeling the world that doesn't give us much rest. But that responsibility is that we are the ones with our deep questioning mind and uh, our unsettled ways, because we don't accept things, we have the responsibility to continue questioning, because our positions and our questions and our innovative thinking is what has the potential, the greatest potential of all, of changing the direction, the trajectory that humanity is on at the moment. And the thing is that it does not matter. Like, I know that the word responsibility can weigh very, very heavily on us, because we already feel like we're carrying a lot. And if on top of that you tell me that I have a responsibility on top of it, the responsibility doesn't have to be necessarily daunting. In a way, it can be validating and supportive, because what I'm saying is your attitude of questioning everything is a good trait. So you can keep doing that without the guilt, without the shame, without the wondering if something's wrong with you. It is a good trait. It is a critical trait that a swath of this population right now has, because we are the holders of the new possibilities, because we don't accept evolution going in the direction that it is stalled from the inside. We believe with our thinking that evolution, yeah, it could just veer 90-degree right, and then it could go 180-degree this way. And we believe in dramatic changes because we do not accept the linearity of things, not the one that we've been taught and we've been told, and not the one that lays ahead of us. So the responsibility is to hold on to our attitude of questioning. And in a way, that's easy for us. But maybe it's nice to hear somebody say, hey, keep doing that. You have an important role. This is critical. You were designed right. And at this moment, in a society that is beginning to um, worship AI, worship science as if it has all the answers, we are here to say, whoa, no, all of the population will not follow that. And HSPs are not all created equal. Some of us are great activists and we have the energy to go and be on the front line and speak out. Others don't and have a smaller physical life. Our inner world is always very expansive, but our physical life might be smaller. But it doesn't mean that we can't continue to cultivate this attitude of wonder and curiosity and of questioning and imagining different ways that things can be. Because in the quantum reality of things, it does not matter. Like, I don't know if that's going to make any true sense, but I'm going to say it anyway. It doesn't matter if a planet blows up or if a butterfly flaps its wing, there is an effect in the quantum field. So whether we maintain that attitude of questioning in our backyard, with our pets, with the trees, with wondering, why do you grow this way? Could it be different? Anything like, why am I feeling this way? Maybe I can change. Is it possible that right now I'm unhappy and I would have the option to be happy in 30 seconds? And all these things that we have in our heads on whatever the platform, the breadth of the platform on which we perform, exercise that quality of ours, that way of thinking makes no difference. It is all important in this world right now. As highly sensitive, empath, neurodivergent, awakened people who have this sensitivity and this sensitivity, and we stand outside questioning, I lost my train of thought. I had a conclusion, trying to grab it. Oh my God. And I'm not going to edit. I'll go back, I don't know, but I'll go back to one more point that I wanted to make that I saw in that interview, which fascinated me too, is that saying, that thing that people freely say, trust the science. Trust the science in healthcare, trust the science in physics, trust the science. But it's very interesting when you think of it that this is like the most anti-scientific thing to do. Because all scientific advancement come from questioning things that were established and that other scientists believe and that the world had come to believe as truth. So even there, and maybe insiders can do that too, like don't accept to be told, trust the science, trust the numbers. I mean, all these things we now learn, scientists tell us that these things evolve, and questioning everything that we believe is the way toward evolution of humanity, of consciousness, and and saving this civilization as it is now, and having its trajectory change direction. So forgot some of my points, but you get the idea. As outsiders, being an outsider is both, yes, it comes with a mental charge and a heaviness, but it is also a great privilege that comes with responsibility. So when we honor who we are, how we were created, our divine design, our true essence of being unsettled and questioning and not accepting things as they are and not trying to fit in, which we've done all our lives, we can stop. We can honor who we are, and this is how we serve humanity. This is part of our purpose. And that huge civilization impacting responsibility, we can affect it in our small daily lives in cultivating, nurturing, loving, acknowledging, and exercising that natural ability we have to question everything. So, my dear outsiders, misfits, I love you. We're in this together. And I do want to, see, I'm going to come back with something I had told myself that in the next video I would bring up. I want to bring up I'm going to try to make it quick, maybe talk about it more in another video. There is, and it kind of can follow this idea that the civilization is going in a doomish direction right now, and that people who are on the outside, who have the courage to stand for different values, who have the courage to go against the system, the courage to do something different in the name of offering, presenting, and gathering people that hold human values in high esteem and believe in them. We have a responsibility to support these people. And I do want to speak for myself. I had no idea when I started this YouTube channel 3 years ago that at this point in the journey, And I don't know if the algorithm is really not going to like that I'm saying this, but at this point of the journey, that, how can I say this? That my full-time job would still not cover 1 week's grocery per month. So there is an assumption when you see a channel that has, a relative good amount of views, a relatively good amount of subscribers, that, oh, they're set, they found their passion, their mission, they're doing it, and wow, so glad that they can make a living doing this. It is not true. And it is not true for all the other small channels like mine. And since doing it, having this experience personally, I have made it a point in my life to support smaller creators that are aligned with my values and that bring me something in my life. We pay for so many things out there, and sometimes we forget to put money in the things that fuel us, that are aligned with us. Anyway, all that to say, there's a couple of ways, if you feel like it, to support me to continue to do this work. I have Annie Circle, a community for highly sensitive women. I've talked about it before. It is only $11 a month. It's a monthly subscription membership. There's a group of wonderful women there. I show up. Right now we have a 28-day project, but that's a side of it. It will exist. There is a community chat where women talk among themselves. It's a safe container that I've created. And you can become a member, whether you want to show up for it or simply as a way to support me. So it's like, it's not necessarily, do I get value in that circle for me? Is it designed the right way, or blah, blah, blah? Or just like, yeah, this is a way that I can support this channel here. It's by becoming a member there. If that doesn't call to you, I also have the Buy Me a Coffee. I'm going to put those links in the description below. Buy Me a Coffee is a place where you can easily just gift an amount that you feel like gifting, or you can also make it a monthly donation, but it's not associated with any circle. So I will come back to this because it's becoming something that is necessary for me to mention nowadays. And I know I hope that it resonates with you and that you receive it the way that is meant for you to hear it. That's it for today. I love you. I guess next Sunday I'll come in with a video with the kind of content that maybe you've come to know me more for. I don't know. Some of the notes I had, maybe about purpose and things like that. But for now, I love you. I'll see you soon. You can check out my book too, A Splendid Mess, Chronicles of a Highly Sensitive... No! Wow. No, my book is called A Splendid Mess, Chronicles of a Practically Enlightened Misfit. Go check it out on Amazon. Bye. Have a nice day.